Hello everybody, Jenna here. I'm just gonna do a short vid. Well, I don't know if it's gonna be short or not, but just a quick video. I've had a lot of people lately ask me, why am I going to attempt my thru hike on the Appalachian Trail next year? A lot of people have told me I'm insane. Think I'm crazy for doing it. I'm giving up a job I've been at for over almost 8 years. Um, I'm moving out of my apartment for this. I'm kind of going all in on something. Um, and I want to just kind of start out by saying a few years ago, the seed got planted in my head about the Appalachian Trail. While I was hiking in Glacier, I ran across a guy who was telling me about his plans of saving up to go hike the trail. This is back in 2017, I believe. And I knew about the trail, but I didn't know a lot about it. So I was like, oh, okay, cool idea. That would be an awesome experience. The next day, I picked up a hitchhiker. Not really a hitchhiker, just somebody who was trying to get back to his car from Many Glacier area back to Logan Pass. And I picked him up, took him all the way up there, and he eventually sent me a CD, an audiobook of A Walk in the Woods. Wow. And I didn't know much about the book at the time, and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. I knew a little bit. He told me a little bit about the audiobook, so I decided to listen to it. And from there, it just totally grew on me. And I was like, oh my God, I've got to do this. So, about a year ago, I was going to be making the announcement. I wasn't sure if I could do it or not, money-wise, financially. But it was already in the back of my head. I wanted to do something to celebrate my 10th year of sobriety with a bang, with something just adventurous and amazing. So I kind of told a couple people back in like January and February that I was gonna just penny pinch and bust my tail this next year to save up to do this. And I was researching constantly. It's been all I thought about all year long. So yeah. In February last year, I got lucky per se, and got my trip paid for. Let's just say that for now. And I was like, I'm going all in. Let's do this. I'm gonna do this. I want something adventurous. I want to do something great. I want to just be spontaneous, because everyone talks about, up and leaving their job and going to do something like this, but then, hardly anyone ever does. So, I'm quite the type to break the social norm, let's say. And I was told my bosses back in last spring, that, hey, I'm going to go hike the AT next year. And I will be leaving, which was a hard decision because I actually don't mind my job. I've done it for 8 years and I've met amazing people. But that's just one of my jobs. I also work part-time in Iowa City doing event staff for football games and basketball games and wrestling meets. I work in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, working concerts and events and cool shows and stuff like that. And I also officiate basketball and football for the state of Iowa. So I do a lot of junior high games and JV games. And then on the weekends and stuff like that, I have managed a concession stand also during the spring and the fall in a different town in Tiffin, Iowa. And in the springtime also, I was summer rec director at the school here in town for the last 3 years. So I've given up a lot of jobs to go do this. Um, so yeah, that's kind of my background on that. I wrote a little list of things why back in January. I wrote a list of why do I want to do this? Why do I want to hike 2,192 miles? Simple. Tomorrow's never guaranteed. I've hear a lot and see a lot of bad things happen, and people's lives live short. I don't know if I'm going to be alive in 20 years when I retire. Who knows? It's not guaranteed. So I want to do this now. I feel like I'm in good shape, and I want to just kind of break out of the social norm a little bit and do something crazy. I want to meet new people, experience new places, see new things. Just get out there and live life. Like, no schedule, no responsibilities. It's my time. It's 6 months. I give myself 6 months to do this, 6 or 7 months, blah blah blah, whatever. I'm in no hurry, but I just want to just enjoy myself and just take in the experience and see what comes out of it at the end. I don't know. I won't have a job lined up at the time. I won't have an apartment, so I'll be unemployed and homeless. Life goals at 40, 41, whatever, 31. Age don't matter. I want to inspire others to do stuff like this. I think a lot of people just get stuck in the social norm. I see it every day at my job where people are just dragging themselves to work, and it's kind of sad. I don't want to be like that in 10 years. I don't want to have regrets, I guess. I want to go do something, and I want to do something for me. Again, like I said, next July 28th, next year, will be my 10th year of sobriety, so I've been sober for 9 years. Knock on wood. That's a whole nother story. We won't even divulge into that. But yeah, I wanted to do something to celebrate my 10th year of sobriety, so why not hike the AT? I want to push myself mentally and physically to new limits. I want to see what I can do. I've always kind of loved challenges. When I was a junior, between my junior and senior year of high school, I decided to run a marathon. Out of a whim, I was like, "Hey, I want to go do a marathon." After track season, so I didn't really train a whole lot, but I had my track legs underneath me, and I went out and did my marathon. I haven't done one since, but I did finish my marathon. 4 hours, 3 minutes, 56 seconds, by the way. Not the greatest time in the world, but I was happy. I didn't walk. So that pushed me physically. Mentally, I've pushed myself the last few years doing other hikes out west in Glacier and in the Grand Tetons and Isle Royal. I just love going to new places and seeing new things, and not having the same old every day. So that's kind of why I'm hiking the AT. I guess another big thing about me, I am transgender. So a few years ago, I did start transitioning from male to female. I wanted to vlog this for my friends and family back home, and just for myself. They're nervous. I got family that's nervous about this whole thing. So, and some friends, they think I'm gonna be eaten by a bear. But I've been in Glacier. I've been out west, and I've hiked around bears and grizzlies and black bears. So just you gotta be bear aware. Again, back to my transgender life's who I am. I think I lived in a very dark hole for a very long time, and I wasn't happy with who I was. I tried to live the social norm. Didn't quite work for me. Failed at 2 marriages. yeah, lost a couple jobs over it because of my drinking. I through my entire 20s, 10 years of just horrible, horrible blackouts and um, DUIs, wasted money, just not happy. Um, so yeah, that's kind of looking back. It's not easy. It's something I want to like talk about a whole lot. Fast forwarding to now, uh, I'm a lot happier. Um, I love who I am. I love seeing myself in the mirror when I wake up in the morning. Where back in the day, even through high school and college, even growing up, I didn't like seeing myself. So I wasn't happy. So now that I found who I am and what makes me happy, I'm not going to let that hold me back from doing something I've wanted to do for a few years now. So, kind of a background about who I am. Yeah, that's really all I got right now. I just want to kind of talk about a little more about who I am. I haven't really think I've done a video about that. Um, so, anyway, yeah, it's me. Anyway, let's just kind of wrap this up. I guess I should say also, I think some people, are curious about, who I am and being transgender on the trail next year. I've never let that affect me on the trail. I've always hiked my own hike, per se. Let's just say that. I can hike by myself. I've hiked in groups. I'm easy to get along with. So I don't think it's going to be an issue. I'm gonna hope it's not going to be an issue. But I hope that, other people aren't afraid to ask me questions about it. If you've never met somebody that's transgender, I am very easy to speak to. Yeah, and, I've been very lucky in my jobs, and some family members have supported me throughout the last few years. And I have great friends. I have great support in my local town where I'm at in Victor, Iowa. So, I don't see it being an issue. So, I'm looking forward to getting on the trail and meeting new people. And hopefully they are willing and open to meet me. So, yeah, just a little bit about me. And why I'm going to be hiking starting March 21st, 2020 on the Appalachian Trail. Yay! Almost 100 days now. Crazy to even think about. But, yeah, I'm going to just kind of wrap this up. Thank you for watching and listening. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, comment below. Thank you to all my subscribers so far, I guess. Like I said, I normally don't do stuff like this, but just because this is a huge thing for me, I am going to kind of put myself out there and see what happens. I want to open my experiences to my friends and family of what I'm going to be doing also. So, next year. Yeah, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, comment below. Thank you for subscribing. Thanks for listening. And I will talk to you later. Thank you. Bye.